feel good?
Oh, feels great.
We're supposed to do a small interview now.
All right.
Let's see now. What's your name?
My name is Maya Fink.
Okay. And that is what you used to call yourself when you played, or?
That is the only name I go by.
Okay. How long have you been an OWB?
Well, in my youth, a long time ago, from about 1982 to 1998, I was a one-woman band traveling around and playing on the streets and other places in Europe and the US. But since I busked with my one-woman band the last time so far, I have considered myself only sort of partially retired and temporarily. Perhaps someday with this outfit right here, I will return to performing as a one-woman band, or possibly or also as a one tandem band with my partner.
Can you describe the first OMB you ever saw?
Well, although I saw a lot of two-people bands in the courtyards where I grew up as a kid, the first one-man band I can actually recall seeing was Don Partridge. He used to live in Stockholm when I was growing up, and we became friends when I was in my late teens. He used to play, or at that time his one-man band consisted of big bass drum, hi-hat, harmonica, kazoos, and of course his great singing voice.
Describe your instruments.
Well, it's all right here. The sit-down one-woman band is something new to me, and so is this use of the hi-hat, which is right there.
That's your old tambourine.
Yes, that's my old tambourine that I used to have on the side of the drum, which is now doing a sort of a duo with the hi-hat. And then of course I have the bass drum and the guitar. What's different now is that I'm actually playing this 12-string instead of my old 6. And what else? Oh, and as for the mouth noises, I always skip the harmonic a bit because that's not my thing, but do my double kazoos and a little whistle instead. So that's my setup.
Okay.
And a little singing, of course.
You play twice as many strings now.
Yes, twice as many strings. That's right.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And then...
what do you think of the advantages or disadvantages of being OPB over playing in a real band?
A real band? Well, the advantage is in that as a one-person band, you're your own boss totally. You don't have to compromise with anybody. And you just do what you want to when you want to. Playing in a real band or in a band with other people, you always have to take in consideration what they might want to do or not want to do. Of course, that can also be an inspiration, but also can be annoying. Life as a one-person band can also be a bit lonesome and stagnant. So there's good and bad with both situations.
Okay. What kind of reaction did you get from your audiences?
Well, I used to get all sorts of reactions, but the one that I remember the most, or that stick out the most, would be when little old ladies would come up to me and with sort of teary-eyed admiration, would tell me that they wished that they had had the kind of guts they thought I had to do what I did when they were my age. And so that was kind of a fun one. And what kind of reaction I would get now, I'm not sure of, but perhaps I'll get young ladies come up to me and say that's what I'm going to do when I'm an old lady too. I don't know.
Do people take your music seriously?
Some did, some do, some did not. I think in the future, as I have matured myself somewhat, that the percentage of people taking me seriously would probably be higher. Or perhaps they just think I have gone H-nuts or something.
How has your music or show progressed over the years?
Well, one reason I went into sort of one-woman band retirement was that I and my show had stagnated, and I needed a break to work on some other creative expressions, and we shall see how the future might progress. It's too early to tell yet.
Okay. What do you think of the advantages of a stand-up OPB versus a sit-down OPB?
That's easy. Well, the stand-up one is a much more visual thing where I think it's it's definitely more fun for the person watching or listening. That's always been my preference, and of course then the weight of all the equipment is definitely not a good thing. It's a drawback. But so because of health issues, I've had to resign to the fact that it's time to sit down. Hence the sit-down one-woman band.
Can you relate any funny or interesting OPB-related stories?
Funny stories. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I think before I started playing myself, I used to bottle to pass the hat for other buskers, and among them many one-man bands, including the legendary Don Partridge. And no matter which one-man band I was bottling for, there was always somebody in the audience that would come up and sort of hopeful or sort of in amazement, oh, is that Don Partridge? And in the end, at some point that became a bit of a joke, and because all these one-man bands look totally different, both as people and as with their instruments, and so how people could mistake them, I don't know, but it became a joke. And the high point of all this was when, years later, when I was playing my one-woman band, my own band, this drunk came up to me, and of course I was in full gear with my makeup and my hair up high and a ponytail and all the girly stuff, and this drunk came up to me and just smilingly he said, "Are you Don Partridge?" So it all came full circle there, I guess.
Okay. What would your dream OPB machine be like?
From the questions we had before, you just missed the question about performing on stage or other places. So I'll just go to that one since you threw
Did
out
I
your
miss
script.
the question? I haven't got a clue.
I used to perform at all sorts of events and stuff, but I always prefer the street, which I still do. That's the sort of spontaneous street, not the sort of, what do you call it, like where the auditioned, manicured street scene is not for me. I need the spontaneous where you can do what you want, and that's what I still prefer. Now, What would your dream OPB machine be like? That's the question, right?
Yep.
Okay, so my dream one-woman band machine is my stand-up me, my one-woman band when I was 23.
Come on!